Money after minute, power and the power.
Minute after minute, hour
Hour
after
after
hour.
hour.
Rachel Rose here talking all things boxing, and we're at the Wood Warrington 2 press conference, and I'm here with Frank Smith. How you doing, Frank?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very, very good, thank you. Great announcement yesterday. I was lucky enough to be in London. You just forgot what the announcement was for a
Years
second.
of work.
5. I know.
5 more years in a job.
I mean, that's always good.
I know.
But
For me, that was my personal part of it, like 5 more years in a job.
5 more years in a job, and
Otherwise,
then
what would I have done?
I mean, God knows at this point. You're so good at this, and you've been doing it since you were 8. So, you know,
I would have been out.
there'd be no place for you in the world, Frank.
How's everything?
Really good. Yeah, I just passed my trainers and seconds license.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So you'll be coming to a corner near you soon.
Perfect.
I'm trying to make sure, kind of like you, that I get in the world and then I don't leave.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you get too much in the world, you might want to leave.
But I do a multitude of things, so I'm hoping that maybe...
Yeah, it keeps you, maybe.
Because also I hit things in my spare time, so that's a good way of keeping me humble and keeping me balanced.
What you need.
I also get punched in the face a lot.
Hitting things in your spare time. It's good for you.
Yeah, I actually trained at a gym here.
Sure.
Yeah, it's called Cardio Box Fit. Cute little gym, and did a one-to-one with a coach there. It was great fun.
Boxing?
Yeah, he held pads for me, so I was in a great mood when I arrived. You should. Yeah. Cardio Box Fit.
Get down there.
Go and see Terry.
Everlast Gyms.
Oh, was there an Everlast Gyms here? I should probably check that out too. So great news. Big announcement, another 5-year extended contract. I mean, Matchroom just feels like it's going from strength to strength to strength. Obviously, I've been around in the room for the last year, and I've even noticed the kind of the leaps that Matchroom are taking. I mean, the team must be thrilled. I mean, I know you're always kind of in the trenches, but you must be buzzing.
Yeah, it's a mad business because you're fighting every day, every hour of every day, and it's like as big as you get, it doesn't get easier.
No,
it actually gets much harder. But that's like
more
anything
targets
in life. The key for us is never getting complacent.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people you see get successful in an industry and get complacent or just like go, oh, we've done that, we've done this, so it should be. Ours is like still that passion. Eddie's is a passion obviously for boxing, and always will be and always has been. Mine is a little bit different. Mine is a passion for events, shows, elevating everything we do. And I think, when you look at 8 years ago, we joined DAZN in the US firstly, huge deal in the US, first British promoters to go out there and do anything like it. 5 years ago, we left Sky to join DAZN in the UK and globally as well. And we always believed in the vision, but it was a big jump. And now, more than ever, when you see the trajectory DAZN is on and where it's going, and people look at boxing at DAZN and go, it's a boxing platform. It's one of the biggest, when you look at Italy, the football rights, when you look at Spain, Japan, Germany, France, all over the world. And that's the aim, is to become the biggest sports streaming platform in the world. There is nothing else out there quite like it. So for us, we believed in that vision. We made the jump and we never looked back. And everyone else joined.
Yeah.
Everyone else who questioned it, doubted it, joined along the way. And now with 5 more years, we're in a great place. We've got so much great talent as well.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's great having a brand and being big in the business, but you always need talent. You always need great fighters, and we're in a great place right now with fighters, and we're continuing to sign more and more great talent. And I'm excited about what the future holds.
Yeah, and as a boxing fan, because primarily I got into this because that's what I am. It's so exciting, and it's so exciting. I think also what's been lovely is getting in with some of the prospects and seeing them develop, like Tia, seeing Leo's journey, like seeing these people right from the jump, and then witnessing how they evolve. Because the thing that I've noticed with Matchroom is not only is there a sustainability through your clients, as in the boxers, so people like AJ, who was has been there his whole career, and I can see with a lot of fighters that will be the case. But the staff, there's longevity. There's people like yourself who've been there for a really, really long time, and I think there's an innovation there that's exciting, which I take inspiration from, to be bold, to make decisions that maybe people question, because people have questioned me my whole life. And then there's the excitement through the fighters you're signing. They want to be there. They want to be here. They want to be in this room.
Yeah, I think that's what we've created. And I think, for us, it's always about, like I say, not being complacent, not standing still, and looking at things and going, is that good enough? Too many people in life don't want to hear negative things, and I get myself in trouble because I tell a lot of fighters the reality. But we're in a business where there's a lot of people who are going to blow smoke up your ass, right? And say, this is great, that's great, you're great, and not tell you the reality or the truth of the situation. But we're like that with our own business. I look at every detail. I look at a piece of tape and go, that looks fucking terrible. Why is there a piece of tape there? Like, I'm weird. Like, but it's those tiny details. If you keep that mentality throughout, it's very hard to sort of lose the position. Because, like I say, a lot of people get to a position of success and you can have a year, 2 years of success. And then you go, oh, but it's heavy duty.
Yeah.
Like, and we've been doing it on a high level for 8 years now around the world. And we travel week in, week out, all around the world, delivering shows all around the world, thinking about what's next, what's the plan, you know. And it's, the innovation's important. And we that's something we as a business always look at. You know, you have to be brave to make changes, because as big as boxing is, as great as it is, you know, we also need to look at it and bring a new audience in. And how is that new audience digesting content? And that was part of the move to DAZN as well, was working with a partner who did things in a different way. And now everyone else is catching up. We just made the move earlier.
Yeah, and it's been very fruitful. Even the way that you've transformed the presses, the weigh-ins. Like, there's
Cost a few quid.
Yeah.
But you also need to be willing. We're in a greedy business as well, like where, don't get me wrong, we want to make money. We're not here for a laugh. Every business should want to make money, otherwise, you know,
That's
it's
the
not
point,
sustainable. Yeah. But we also realise that you have to invest that money to, you know, I look at the stuff we do here. No one else in boxing does this.
No.
Spends the money like this. Like, probably spend too much money. I'll probably get a P45 at some point. But it's about elevating the look and feel of everything we do. And that's what we've created. And that's what's so important to us. And yeah, a lot of people in boxing. There's a lot of people in boxing know boxing, right? Understand the sport, which is great. But you need to understand who you're selling to and what they want to see. And, you know, I look at this format and I go, yeah, it's much better than 99.99% of other people would do it. And look at other sports as well. And continuously look at other things and go, right, can we do that? Can we do this? Try things, fail with things, but give it a go.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good lesson for anyone. But it's the I find such correlation between the fighter mindset and life mindset. You know, things that you're saying about those. You know, the tape, for example. I had to look over there because there's black tape on the floor there, but it's black, so you know it blends.
Yeah.
But
they put the other colour tape.
And you're just like, what are you doing? Everyone can see it. But it's the idea of that. The 1% you put on in the gym is the thing that will consistently elevate you, to dig into the trenches when it's hard, to never sort of slow down, to always think you can better yourself. So what happens in boxing can work in business, can work in life, and vice versa.
And people want to be surrounded with it. Like, I look at that there, like that Matchroom Boxing logo with the white bit outlined. It's too close to the N of Warrington's name.
Wait, the way you look. Oh, what, just there?
Yeah. Looks.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
So like, I will go to our designers. Don't do that again. And they'll go, shut up. They'll go, you're not a designer. But the reality is, you look at that, most people would never look at that, right? I'd look at it and go,
don't like that, it's
not
too
good
close.
enough.
And the thing is that if you hadn't brought that
our
to my attention...
designers are brilliant, by the way.
Yeah, no shade.
I love you, Maria Adam. I like that there, for example. That's the kind of thing I moan about.
Yeah.
And they go, but that's the level of detail
you
have to have. And I have that from down here to things you wouldn't even recognise to up here, right? That people would never realise. But that's what keeps you at the top of whatever you do.
And again, like this I feel like you're giving me like just like a masterclass in just a reminder
in design
and decision making, because you must get very burnt out and very, very tired because of the way that your life is moving at pace all the time. And obviously you've been working with 10% Club and you've been making, it's been quite Matchroom have talked quite honestly about the decisions. Eddie's obviously doing his training and everything, and Kai is on the road with you guys and everything. Kai Peacock, if nobody knows, he's the kind of in-house
fitness
guru. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's at the Matchroom 5Ks. So you're always trying to better yourselves as well, keeping yourself fit. But something I've really learned is the higher up I go, you realize there is no stop point where you suddenly can go, oh, I can just take my foot off the pedal now. No. You have to find the pockets of time to regenerate in and amongst the chaos, because actually when you're on the fast train, if you get off, you could miss it.
Yeah, but you also have to give your life to it. I was speaking to my missus the other day. This is my life until a point. Like, I won't do this forever. I'm very open. I'm not like one of those people who go,
we talked about this, I feel like, in one of them
when I'm like 50 years old, because I'll die on a plane. Right? It's just the reality of it. I do 300 nights in hotels a year. I do 90, 100 flights. and that's not me moaning, but I
It just doesn't have
it's not
sustainability long term.
sustainable.
Yeah.
No, it's like, when you used to look at stockbrokers in the city, they used to burn out because they used to work all day, go out all night, work all day, and they used to get to 35 years old and,
Look 80.
yeah, basically, I don't want to look 80.
You're younger than me, I think, aren't you, Frank?
33.
You fucking hell. Well, I mean,
but-
I'm only 25, but
I know, I didn't want to say anything because it's rude to guess ages. But,
I'm 37.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are younger than me.
yeah, but like that for me is I've put the work in since I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
I've been here for 17 years full time, 18 years this year full time, and there is no. People get confused with it. They go, "Yeah, you got lucky, or you got to right." No one, you get lucky getting in. I got lucky getting in, right? I got lucky getting a chance to get in. Of course, I did. A lot of other people got in though, and haven't done what I've done,
Yeah.
and that's because I've dedicated my life to it. But as part of that, you can't do it all. You can't have a great family life.
Yeah.
You can't be there. You can't be involved in everything.
Big up the missus.
Yeah, but you also need, like, my missus has been one of the best things for me because she keeps me sane is the wrong word, but
Grounded?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be very easy in these kind of industries, and I think that's why I don't really have an ego, because I go home and I go, I did this. She's like, all right, mate. But that's what you need, because
Yeah.
otherwise, if you have people
Shut the dishes need doing,
but
actually.
you
Yeah.
have people blowing smoke up your ass constantly, it's like you lose sense of reality.
Yeah.
So for me, that has always been the focus, is just like keep doing what you do, work harder. And I also don't really care about outside noise and what people think.
Yeah, you've always been very good at that.
It's like, if you did everything you could, it's all that matters. As long as you can't question yourself, it's all that matters. Don't worry about anyone else.
And I think that is a really vital piece of, because we can all lie to ourselves, but we know deep down whether or not we're trying hard enough or whether or not we're not. And speaking of sort of people who are trying hard enough, we'll just quickly discuss Josh Warrington, and because I've really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you. I think it's really insightful, and I think it's a really good reminder that nothing is just handed. Like, even the people who are picking fun at Ed at the moment, oh, your dad gave you everything, da 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 da. Ed worked to build his legacy within the company that his father built. So he again was not handed everything. He was given Thanks, Matthew. He was given a start point, and then what he did with that was his business. He didn't have to do what he's done with it. He didn't have to develop it. So I think a reminder to everybody that you can be given anything to start, like the job you were offered right in the beginning, but what you did with that was the important thing. The fighters who are here, they've been given an opportunity to turn pro. They've been given promotional deals, but what they've done with that is up to them.
100%.
And,
everyone's got, but everyone at some stage gets something at different levels, right? And it doesn't have to be the CEO, chair. Like, at different levels, you get given something, and it's how you take that chance.
even me,
Yeah.
I've been given the opportunity to be in the room. What I do with the inside of the room is up to me.
Yeah.
I could sit in the back, not talk to anyone, be a bit nervous, and then I would progress no further. But that's not what I've done at all. I've made sure I've walked in with my elbows out.
Exactly, with the special new lens, the orange mics. No
The
one's
V-
missing this.
No one. Josh Warrington and Lee Wood are meeting them again this weekend, and obviously both of them have had highs and lows in their careers. The last fight was so exciting. We all love a fight that turns on its head like the way it does. I feel like it's going to be a great night, and it's sold out.
Packed out Nottingham Arena. Going to have 9,000 people in there on Saturday night. We've had some great nights over the years there. Cole Froch back in the day was amazing, where Eddie nearly got him disqualified for jumping in the ring too early against Lucien Butte. But these are the nights we want. These are the nights we want to see. And I've said in multiple interviews, it's a fickle sport where fighters are written off for losses, right? And you look at these guys, they had losses because they test themselves against great fighters. So why are we in a sport where as soon as someone tests himself? And look, I think in this fight, the reality is the loser retires.
Yeah.
Because what more do they've got loads of money.
Yeah.
Right? Been very successful.
They've got
won
the titles.
belts.
Yeah.
And this is the point where this has a meaning to both of these guys because of the history between the two of them. So the loser in this will probably retire, but the winner will go on and get a world title shot, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite an emotional evening. I think there'll be a lot of passion. I think there'll be a lot of noise. I think it's going to be a great one to watch. I think I had a really good question, and it's just gone out of my brain.
He looks chiseled, Josh Warrington.
His cheekbones look sensational, don't they?
He looks well, but he looks chiseled in that picture. He could be a model, couldn't he?
Also,
model and an actor.
That promo was brilliant. That's the other thing that you guys are doing so brilliantly at the moment, is going outside the box with the promos and stuff like that, because that was so funny.
We got a great team of people, but again, it's because we're always evolving and we're pushing people to evolve and come up with ideas and do things differently, and no one else is doing that. No other boxing promoter is doing that, and that's something we drive quite hard in everything we do. At the end of the day, our job is storytelling and content, and that's something we're going to make even more of a push with. When you think about the scale of how many shows we're doing, 35, 40 shows a year.
There's so many.
It's
and it's only gone up. Yeah, it's only gone up.
It's driven from the top. Like you say, what you were saying about Eddie, with people saying about his dad. I've worked there since I was 14, and I've seen the work he puts in and the sacrifice. Again, it's always difficult because when you say sacrifice, people go, "He's a multi-million, they're billionaires," but it's like you still have to sacrifice something to get to that point. And you could quite easily go, "Got loads of dough."
I can take a step back. Yeah,
he loves it.
I know, you can tell. That's why it works.
He's a million miles an hour, and he's, I think I'm the only one who works harder than.
You heard it here first. Frank works hard on Eddie. That was the thing. I'll let you go in a second. But the thing I was going to say was I'm really excited because there was a little rush there where a lot of the fights were going out to Saudi, and I understand why. There was a lot of money there. There was a push out there. But it's really lovely to see so many fights coming back to the UK, spreading around the country because there's so many pockets of these fans there. And obviously, hopefully, we're just going to draw, because I'm a boxing coach, so I want more people involved in the sport, whether that's in gyms or whether that's coming to the shows or whatever. So I think it's lovely that there's going to be all these pockets of the world again, because already all the fights you've announced this year, or not all of them, but a lot of them recently that you've been announcing are all UK based, aren't they? There's some American ones as well, and Australia and all the other things, but I'm more tapped into the UK ones that you're announcing, and there's a lot there.
For sure, but I think I was talking to someone about the Saudi piece earlier, like what the Riyadh season investment in the sport and Turki Al-Sheikh's investment in the sport has done is make fights happen that probably wouldn't have happened.
Definitely. That wasn't shade on Turkey, by the way, or Saudi.
I know that. But more like we were talking about the Callum Smith-Boyatsi fight. That fight never would have happened.
Yeah.
In reality, in the UK, people saying, "Oh, would have been a great fight to see in the UK." Wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So I think you have to take the benefits from it and now look at our job. We want to deliver the best possible content week in, week out around the world for DAZN, for the fans, and we're dedicated to do that. Callum Smith, David Morrell was brilliant. Saturday night's brilliant. Nunez Navarrete next week in Phoenix is unbelievable.
Pat Brown, Ducar.
Yeah, Lidard Denny, Pat Brown, Ducar. We're going to announce a show in the US in March as well that will be announced very soon. Got more shows in April. It's non-stop. And, I think boxing's in a great place. I think not just with us, but a whole host of promoters.
I agree.
And I'm excited about what the future holds.
Me too. I'm very excited. I feel like this is going to be a great year for boxing. I feel like it's already, I'm looking at my diary. I'm like, how am I going to do all of this? Be there and watch that and comment on that and da-da-da. But what a lovely problem to have.
Exactly. Could be worse, couldn't it?
It could be so much worse.
I could have been unemployed in a few months' time, but we managed to get a deal done.
Literally. He just went in and was like, we need this deal with DAZN because I'm not ready to retire yet.
Exactly. I need a few more years.
Frank, it's been lovely to catch up. Thank you for the chat. I really appreciate it. And hope, I'm just excited about this year ahead, and well done. Well done for everything.
Thanks for coming. See you soon.
See you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, Frank. Appreciate that. Really good to see you.